going to try it anyway.
All right.
And if I fall short, I will give him a black eye.
Read it.
Go to the Gospel of St. John tonight, the 11th chapter. And we're going to begin reading at verse 1 about a story of a man. Somebody got to understand here tonight what we're dealing with here about this theme for this year. I'm going to begin reading at verse 1, and I'm going to read down to verse 7, and then I'll drop down to verse 11.
All right.
And you just follow me, and I'll coach you along as I go. Verse 11 on down to verse 15, and then we'll drop down to verse 19 and end it at verse 42. But the way I'm going to do this, because the theme is taken primarily from verse 25 of this 11th chapter, but 44 stood out, and it's got a lot of meat in it, and I did not leave that one out.
Don't leave that one out.
So here we go. Now, a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair,
Yes, indeed.
whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sister sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, look, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that said he to his disciples, let us go into Judea again. Verse 11, these things said he, and after that he said unto them, our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awake him out of sleep. Then said his disciples, Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well. Howbeit Jesus spake of his death, but they thought that he had spoken of talking of rest, of taking of rest in sleep. Then said Jesus unto them privately, Lazarus is dead. And I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, to the intent that ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. Verse 19. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him, but Mary sat still in the house. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou shalt ask of God, God will give it thee. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus, 25, Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die.
Yeah.
Believeth thou this?
Yeah.
Verse 44. And he thus had spoken. 43, I'm sorry. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth.
Come on.
And he that was dead, listen, he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Yeah. Jesus said unto them, loose him and let him go.
All right.
Tonight, the opening night of this wonderful convention, the theme of this conference
Go ahead, preacher.
is resurrection and regeneration.
Go ahead.
All right.
These two words must be joined together.
Together.
You cannot leave out regeneration without resurrection. And neither can you talk about resurrection and nobody's getting regenerated. But because we are in this year that has an age,
Yeah.
2000 is the year, the millennial reign. But at the end of this number 200 is an 8.
Yeah.
And because numbers has great significance,
Yeah.
Come on.
Amen.